Much of the excitement of arriving somewhere is the journey, the path that leads to getting there. We often think the excitement lies solely in the arrival, but much of the magic happens beforehand. On the journey, in each step that brings us closer to something we haven't yet fully grasped. The anticipation and excitement of arriving at a new place is a complex phenomenon related to neurochemistry and the human need to break free from routine. This mixture of nerves and pleasure is primarily due to the release of dopamine in the brain when anticipating a novel experience. The brain releases dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward, not only when we experience something, but even when we imagine it. Dopamine drives us to desire more and generates a state of alertness and euphoria. By nature, we seek to explore new territories to find resources, which activates curiosity and adaptability. Novelty activates our brain, breaking the monotony of daily routine. When we visit an unfamiliar place, we face uncertainty, which can make the journey feel longer and more exciting. This uncertainty translates into an adrenaline rush and eventually happiness as the tension is released upon arrival. Getting out of our routine and planning out a trip allows the mind to reset, leading to reduced stress and greater open-mindedness. Anticipation is fueled by the mental image we form of the destination, especially if we have already heard some stories, seen photos of the place we are going to, or even planned the trip itself. The path is not empty. It is full of life, of small details that only appear when we walk attentively, colors we weren't looking for, textures we didn't expect, beauty that wasn't in the plan, but it was there. Walking through the forest is an experience that goes beyond simple physical exercise, transforming into a sensory immersion that nourishes the soul, reduces stress, and awakens genuine joy through unexpected discoveries. The surprise of finding small natural treasures turns the trail into an adventure of constant exploration. It is a visual feast of colors and textures. The eye delights in an immense range of greens, from the most intense to the softest, contrasted with the earthly brown of the tree trunks, the vibrant orange of the mushrooms, or the silvery gray of the lichen-covered rocks. The light filtering through the treetops creates ever-changing golden patterns on the ground. It's a delight to stroke the bark of an ancient pine, finding soft, fluffy moss, or the rough surface of an age-old stone grants us a calming inner connection. Part of the joy lies in discovering shapes and objects that have fallen naturally, pine cones with whimsical forms, intensely colored dried leaves, or peculiar mushroom shapes, moved from place to place by the whim of the wind or rain. The excitement intensifies even further when discovering rare wild mushrooms hidden beneath the foliage. A bird's feather, an oddly shaped stone, or the reflection of the sun in a stream that suddenly appears. The crunch of leaves underfoot, the gentle breeze rustling through the trees, and the bird song creates an incomparable and unrepeatable natural symphony. The scent of damp earth, pine resin, and fresh grass fills the lungs, connecting us to the present moment. This immersion in nature not only lifts our spirits, but also fosters a sense of unity with the divine. A silent treasure hunt unfolds, restoring joy and reducing anxiety, transforming each step into a unique and therapeutic experience. The forest speaks in silence, through the flowing water, through the birds announcing their presence, through the wind that rustles the leaves like an ancient whisper. Here, time moves differently. Each path is an invitation. Not all are straight. Some creak beneath our feet. Others ask us to trust and across, even without fully seeing the end. Crossing a suspension bridge is thrilling because of the combination of adrenaline, controlled danger, and connection with nature. The instability of the structure generates an increase in heart rate, which the brain interprets as an exciting adventure. The height, the swaying, and the feeling of fragility activate an incomparable sensation throughout the body. Because it is a safe environment, we turn this fear into an experience of excitement and pleasure. These sites often offer breathtaking panoramic views, providing a unique and immersive perspective of the natural environment, birds and rivers stimulating all the senses. Crossing a bridge represents a transition, a shift from a state of routine to one of peace, or the passage from the known to the unknown, generating a sense of renewal. Research shows that situations of shared risk increase physiological arousal, which is often interpreted as a greater attraction to or emotional intensity for the environment and the people with whom the experience is shared. Arriving is beautiful, yeah, but if we hadn't walked, we wouldn't have learned to see, we wouldn't have listened, we wouldn't have felt. Walking, both literally and metaphorically, allows us to connect with our surroundings, with other people, and with ourselves, preventing us from missing out on valuable experiences. Walking at a slower pace than usual allows us to observe detail, a landscape, architecture, nature, something that we might otherwise overlook. This mindful walking helps us to be present and appreciate the moment. Walking in company facilitates deep conversation and human connection. It's an opportunity to share with loved ones and strengthen friendships, moments often neglected in our hectic routines. Physical movement clears the mind, reduces stress and anxiety, often leading to new ideas, inspiration, and mental clarity. Sometimes not having a fixed destination allows us to discover unexpected places, people, or thoughts that turn out to be meaningful, teaching us to live with uncertainty and find ourselves. In addition to the cognitive benefits, walking releases endorphins, which improves mood and helps us appreciate experiences more. Walking is a way to not let life pass us by and value what truly matters. And then, without warning, the water appears, flowing powerfully, reminding us that life also moves forward in this way, making its way, jumping over obstacles, singing as it falls. Reaching a hidden waterfall high in the forest is incredibly satisfying. After hiking for a couple of hours, we have arrived at the long-awaited moment. It's a multi-sensory experience that combines physical exertion with a connection to nature. Feeling the cool air filled with water droplets floating everywhere. These droplets improve mood, increase concentration, and reduce stress, acting as a natural therapy and producing an immediate sense of well-being. The rhythmic and constant sound of the falling water induces calm. This causes the body to deactivate its stress response, lower the heart rate, and relax the muscles, inducing a profound sense of peace. Nature, especially the forest with its trees and the sound of water, reduces stress levels and mental fatigue from urban life, allowing the brain to reset and rejuvenate. A waterfall is like the force of life, moving kinetic energy as it falls. The beauty of the landscape, the cool breeze, and the vastness of the surroundings stimulate the senses, generating joy and creativity. The isolation and beauty of the place offer a feeling of arriving in paradise, which is considered a ritual of personal renewal. It's not just seeing water fall. It's the reward of total immersion in a natural environment designed to calm, revitalize, and inspire. Perhaps the emotion was never just in the destination. Perhaps it was in every step, in every pause, in all the unexpected things the journey decided to give us. Because sometimes the journey doesn't just take us to the place, but transforms us before we arrive. God bless.